Hello there, welcome back to Mass Effect 3, and we are currently on the Normandy CIC. Aim for this episode today, like I said at the end of the last one, is to do the Eden Prime priority mission. It's the DLC that came on the first day of Mass Effect 3's release, and I think it's a really good one. So hopefully you'll agree. It actually does impact the rest of the story, I think, quite a bit. Like, obviously you can not do it, but I think it's definitely beneficial to just do it as soon as possible. But before we head into that, I just want to have a chat with Specialist Trainer. We've not had a chance to speak to her, really. So I think it's worth just getting to know her, because she's far more interesting than Kelly was.
Commander, come to check on your new recruit.
Just wanted to see how you were doing.
Still trying to get my bearings. When I was working on the Normandy's upgrades, I left at the end of the day. I didn't even have a toothbrush or a change of clothing until I made some emergency purchases on the Citadel.
Next time you need something, just ask. You're not alone here.
Oh, it's no trouble, Commander. I'm sure you have larger concerns.
We can put in a requisition order.
My toothbrush is a Cision Pro Mark IV. It uses tiny Mass Effect fields to break up plaque and massage the gums. It costs 6,000 credits.
Okay, yeah. You're on your own with that.
In any event, I appreciate you giving me the chance to stay. Was there anything else?
I like that Trainer's just doing her bit to get rid of the myth that the British people have bad teeth.
How'd you end up in the military anyway?
My family didn't have money for university. When the Alliance saw my aptitude scores, they offered me a full scholarship. I served my required years after graduation and decided to stay. I really like the challenges of the lab. Although, I'm sure I'll grow to love frontline service as well.
I'm surprised you're worrying about a toothbrush. We got bigger problems right now.
Oh, believe me. Seeing the Reapers on Earth was terrifying. But I won't help anybody by bursting into tears here in the CIC, will I? Being here on the Normandy helps. If anyone in the galaxy can stop the Reapers, it's you.
I like
And if
Trainer.
flagging your messages and managing strategic intel helps you in any way, then it's worth it.
You worked in Alliance R&D?
Yes, you'd think quantum entanglement would make communication easy, but imagine incorporating multiple incoming sources and then networking them with extrapolations of time-lag data to construct a coherent situation GUI. It's an exciting challenge. For me, anyway.
Where are you from originally?
A colony in the Terminus systems, actually. Though I studied on Earth, at Oxford. My parents were from London. They loved Earth, but they wanted the freedom a colony life could offer. If they stayed in London, I imagine they'd be dead right now.
A lot of people back on Earth are still alive, and counting on us.
Quite true, Commander.
Carry on, Specialist.
Yeah. I do like Trainer. She is actually a romance option for a female Shepard, so maybe something we can look into. Possibly, maybe. But, okay, so the galaxy map, though largely the same, the actual way that you interact with it is slightly different. So clusters already conquered by the Reapers can be accessed using the Normandy stealth drive. Search these clusters for survivors, salvage, and valuable intel. Now, when you go into these systems, so as you can see there, that's the next sort of story mission, is in the Apian Crest we have to go after and rescue the Turian Primarch. There are Reapers already there. Now, if you go to these systems where the Reapers already are, in fact I'll show you, it's probably the best way of doing it. So we'll head to where Eden Prime is, and what you do is you basically scan the system rather than... Yeah, so you get a scanning pulse, detects objects of interest, and you can use it to uncover war assets and various other bits. Now, This is the main bit. So be aware, however, that each time the pulse is used, the chance that Reapers will enter the system and to investigate is increased. Now, the Reapers entering the system is not an automatic game over. They will, in fact, chase the Normandy.
I found something.
There we go. So that's basically what happens when you find something in the system. And rather than actually investigate each individual planet, each system has the percentage of assets recovered. So I don't know if there's any more beyond this. So this actually still has the basic planet scanner from the second game, but you don't have to do the tedious scanning of each individual bit. There we are. So there's the last one. Probably going to be a fuel depot that's been destroyed. Now, rather than go and get it now, I'll leave it there, and if we do explore any of the other systems in this cluster, then that's how we get fuel, if there isn't a place with a fuel depot. But, for now, we should return to Eden Prime. So this the population estimate is pre-invasion. You'll find this with a lot of the planets that we end up visiting, is that all of the estimates that they had is before the Reapers turned up, because obviously the Reapers have attacked a lot of these places. Although Eden Prime currently isn't under threat by the Reapers. Currently. This is something else that's slightly different. So if you're paying attention, you'll notice that James and Liara have got slightly different armor to what they had in the first part of this series, in the first few episodes. The reason being for that is that when you go through their different skins, it actually changes your armor bonus. So with Liara's current one, she gets a recharge speed boost for her biotics. But if we go back to her default one, it increases her power damage. Now, I'm quite happy with how much damage her powers use. In fact, I use them more for crowd control, so the amount of damage they do isn't that important. What is important, however, is actually being able to use those powers quickly and getting greater access to them. So I've gone for that option. And James is slightly different. He gets a boost to weapons damage with his current armor. Now, this is the first chance we've had to use the upgraded weapons that we got at the end of the last episode. So we'll just be doing that. And let's just put that on there. So you don't have to, you're not limited to using one. In fact, I might give him the Vindicator. Yeah. So the actual the way that these weapons work, is that you don't have to get multiple. Basically, if you get an upgrade, you can use them on all of your squad mates. You don't have to then find multiple increases to ammo capacity just to get them used throughout your squad, which I'm incredibly grateful for. But let's just improve. Yeah, there we go. I don't know if the weight is so much of an issue for your companions, but on the off chance that it is, right. Okay, so yeah, we definitely want to improve the recharge speed of Singularity. And that leaves her with nothing else. And for Vega... Let's improve that. So he's already getting a boost to his weapon damage from his armor. So I think we should give him... Nah, let's go with the weapon bonus actually. Let's just really up his... I'm going to save Shepard's for her next level up. So then we can really put some more points into the
Eden Prime.
Powers that we use.
This is where it all began. Where the Prothean beacon gave you the vision that warned us about the Reapers.
And where you went up against Saren and the Geth for the first time, no?
Yes. And now, with Cerberus here, Eden Prime's colonists are under attack again.
Guys can't catch a break.
Seems like more than just 3 years ago.
How bad?
A lot of dead civilians. Lost one of my men, Jenkins, to a Geth drone.
Reports said Saren had bombs set up to wipe out the whole colony.
He was trying to cover up any evidence of the beacon. We stopped him.
And saved the colony, too.
Cerberus hit Eden Prime hard. Whatever they found here was worth a major offensive. There are survivors elsewhere on the colony, but they killed everyone near the dig site.
They deserve better.
I know. The Alliance did what it could to evacuate colonists, but Cerberus came in so quickly.
If we find survivors, we'll do what we can. What about this artifact? Is it part of the Prothean device we found on Mars?
The Alliance didn't get any specifics about what Cerberus has uncovered. But whatever it is, it's better off with us than with Cerberus.
I'm bringing you in as close to the dig site as I can. No way we'll avoid detection, but you should have a few minutes.
Understood. All right, everyone. Get ready to move.
With luck, we can get to the dig site before Cerberus knows we're here.
Okie dokie. So this will be our first chance to actually check out our upgraded weapons as well. Which is nice. I'm kind of curious to see just how much
Come on, we need to find the dig site.
of an improvement it's had.
This was a beautiful colony once.
They came back after the Geth attack. They'll come back from this.
The city on Earth where I grew up was hard and dirty. I can see it as a war zone. Eden Prime doesn't deserve this.
Nobody does.
Look at that. Bits of Prothean tech sticking out of the ground like an old bone.
Hey, Liara, you ever find dinosaurs while you're digging around?
No, dinosaurs and other fossils would be paleontology. I'm an archaeologist. I study artifacts left by sapient species. The two fields are completely different, and... you were joking.
Hey, I just like dinosaurs.
Who doesn't like dinosaurs? Right. So there's also bits of not just salvage and stuff, but when you go around these places, you can pick up these extra little missions. Now this one, there's 3 bits of intel that we can find in around Eden Prime.
Intel to Eden Prime's resistance. Maybe it will help them fight back against Cerberus.
So we need to find these 3 bits of intel which are in the main bulk of the area there.
That leads down into the dig site.
And one of the things that bugs me is if you don't get it, that mission just stays in your mission log. It doesn't just fail and disappear.
Seem possible. It's not a Prothean artifact, it's a Prothean.
You mean a collector? Those things the Reapers turned the Protheans into?
No, an original unmodified Prothean who's still alive.
You're right. That doesn't sound possible.
You saw Prothean stasis chambers in the archives on Ilos. The only reason those failed was a lack of power. Cerberus found this in an underground bunker. It still has power. He's been in stasis for the past 50,000 years, waiting for us. Think of what we could learn.
What can you tell me about the Protheans? The people, not the technology.
Given your experience with the Prothean cipher, you probably know as much about them as I do. The Prothean empires spanned the known galaxy. They uplifted countless other species to help them join the galactic community.
Uplifted, huh? Like when the Solarians helped the Krogan to evolve a little faster.
Yes. Judging by the dig sites like the Prothean Archive on Mars or here on Eden Prime, the Protheans wanted other species to learn. It's clear that they prize knowledge, growth, and cooperation with the rest of the galaxy.
They had an empire that spanned the entire galaxy. It's unlikely they did that just by playing nice.
Of course. They must have had an impressive military as well. Whatever the Protheans were, finding one alive represents an incredible opportunity.
Good thing we brought our Prothean expert.
I hope I can help. If this single Prothean was sent into stasis, he could be the foremost scientist of his time, or perhaps the wisest counselor. Cerberus damaged the life pod when they excavated it. The life signs are unstable.
Then let's get him out of there.
No, breaking open the pod would kill him. We have to find the command signal that ends the stasis mode. We also need to figure out how to physically open the pod without doing more damage. Cerberus took over the labs nearby to research what they found at the dig site. That's likely our best bet.
Of course, it couldn't just go easily, could it? Upgrades seem to work pretty well. I'd say this is quite a bit more accurate than it was before.
Alright, let's get moving before more of them come back.
But maybe that's just me. Right, we need to take it quite, not slow, but steady. Bloody Cerberus have just ended up behind me as well. But I really want to try and explore some of these outbuildings a bit better. See if there's any of these terminals knocking around.
More intel to help the colonists. The more we find, the better chance they'll have.
One thing I really need to watch out for is these turrets. You'll do yourself quite the favour if you're playing through this, to defeat the engineers as soon as possible, because those turrets that they put down tear through you at rapid pace and knots. See if we can use warp on that. There we go. Really do with some more ammo. Okay. So We seem pretty good on this bit so far. That area seems to be cleared.
There. That lab found footage of the Protheans. Cerberus is studying it to find the stasis deactivation signal.
Okay, so we know where we need to go. But let's just see if... Let's explore this area fully before we actually end up going and continuing with the mission.
They were gunned down while having drinks and watching the game.
Son of a bitch, this was somebody's home.
Quite the ghost town, isn't it? Poor people of Eden Prime, they just do not catch a break. That way to flank me. I don't quite know what happened with my pull there. Damn it, can't vault over that, that's annoying. Let's see if there's anything just up here that might be of use. I'd quite like to actually do that Eden Prime Resistance mission, just because it is useful to try and get as many of these war assets as we can. Plus, you know, stumbling across things like extra bits of salvage. Not really,
Perfect. This intel will give Eden Prime's resistance movement a real chance to push Cerberus out of their colony.
Hey, I think we've done it. We done it? Hey, we did do it. Excellent. Right, so now we can actually continue on with the story. I know that there's the pod bit back there.
That lab found footage of the Protheans. Cerberus is studying it to figure out how to physically open the pod.
But as we have to double back that way anyway, the way I see it is you may as well do this one and then do the other one on the way back to the pod. Oh, and they've also got rid of the annoying hacking game, which I am incredibly grateful for. It's a lot better than having to find Omnigel and also having to, you know, do a stupid hacking game. So yeah, I consider that a win, personally. So it seems as though they already had collectors back when the Reapers took on the Protheans. Which I guess kind of makes sense. I'm imagining that the collectors are effectively their version of the husks. I just didn't expect them to look exactly the same, but maybe that's just BioWare being lazy and reusing the models.
How many have we lost?
Reaper forces have destroyed approximately 300,000 life pods.
Third of our people.
So they're down to less than 1 million people left at this point.
Alert! North side bulkhead cannot be sealed. Hostiles detected.
Then all forces to the north.
I think I can duplicate that to open the life pod.
You understood that?
You didn't?
No. All I saw was static. Cerberus was trying to make sense of it without success. The Prothean cipher you received on Pharaohs, it lets you see the images as a Prothean would, and understand their language.
Whatever it does, I saw the video, and how they sealed the life pods.
Perfect. Then we just need the signal they use to activate stasis mode.
Right. So yeah, now we go back to the remaining life pod, which is over there. And we're pretty much done with Eden Prime once we've, you know, reactivated the life pod, which shouldn't take too long. It's one of the benefits of actually having explored the area first, is that we don't have to deal with the Cerberus troops on the way back. Oh look, it makes Shepard's eyes sparkle.
I never thought our empire would fall. It won't. We will sleep here until the Reapers return to Dock's base. Then we will rise, 1,000,000 strong.
For the Empire.
For the Empire. Get to your stasis pod. Victory. Broadcast the stasis readiness signal to all life pods.
And the refugees who have yet to reach the bunker.
Their sacrifice will be honored in the coming Empire.
Okay, so I think that's the... So we actually viewed those out of order.
You understood that one too?
Yeah. I've got the signal the Protheans use to activate stasis mode.
Oh, great.
Excellent. Then we have everything we need to open the pod. Backup forces are here.
Trying to shoot through that ice slot. There we go. Could probably have done that better, but never mind. Alright, so where are we headed? Oh, piss. Oh great, and people downstairs have started doing building work. I apologise if you can hear hammering, but it's not anything I have control over, I'm afraid.
They've retracted the bridge. We have to find another way across.
It's alright, we can manage it. We're clever people. There we go.
I'm transmitting the signal.
Perfect. It'll take a few moments for the life pod to process it.
Lots of bogeys inbound.
Which of course means we have to defeat several waves of enemies. Because that's just how games work.
Here they come.
Come on. Singular, Shockwave really isn't as good as it was in 2. It doesn't go for as long. And maybe that's just because they rebalanced it and before it was a little bit overpowered, but I don't know. I don't think they've done... I think they've kind of nerfed the Vanguard class a little bit. Wow, I've just realised I'm incredibly low on health. I forgot that in this one your health doesn't actually recharge. Shit.
Looks like we've got a second to catch our breath.
Wish my corner man was here. I could use an ice pack.
Has the life pod ended stasis mode?
We're almost there.
If
Why-
anybody's low, there's a Cerberus supply cache in the building next door.
Doesn't surprise
I
me
can lay down a
that
singularity to block enemy access.
that Vega's really into his boxing.
Heavy mech, don't
Sugar.
let it get close.
Right, what's... Right, let's actually switch to the... Okay, so that's really not been that useful. Let's go back to the Avenger. And now we can use... There we go. Oh, bugger. Managed to flank me. They're certainly a lot cleverer with dodging out of the way of things like biotics and things. I'll give them that bit of credit. They're not total
You
idiots.
can open the life pod now.
Oh, thank God.
you've got it.
A propsicle? I'm going to go with a propsicle.
It may take him some time to fully regain consciousness. Be careful, he's confused.
That must be quite
Remember,
weird.
it's been 50,000 years for us, but for him, it's only been...
A few minutes!
No. The bunker is falling. There is no other option.
There are pods online! Those soldiers are still alive!
Their sacrifice will be honored in the coming Empire. Preparing neutron bombardment. Get to your life pod now. Neutron bombardment underway. The bunker is secure. Commander traffic.
Hey, we got a name.
Left of it. A few hundred people. How am I to rebuild an empire from that?
Further adjustments may be necessary. The neutron purge compromised the facility.
Clarify.
Sensors are damaged. Automated reactivation is not an option. You'll remain in stasis until a new culture discovers this bunker. This may lead to a power shortage.
Do not shut off more pods! I need the few that are left!
Power needs will be triaged appropriately. You will be the voice of our people.
I will be more than that.
So he's the only one that's left.
How many others?
Just you. You can understand me?
Yes. Now that I have read your physiology, your nervous system, enough to understand your language.
So you were reading me while I was seeing...
Our last moments. Our failure.
Must be so imagine how disconcerting that must be. Like, Eden Prime in their day must have been a kind of metropolis, I guess. It'd be like somebody going into cryogenic stasis in London and waking up in 50,000 years and it's bloody rural countryside. Like, imagine the culture shock that would be.
I saw what happened to your people. I know you must be grieving. But they died 50,000 years ago. My people are dying right now.
Shepard, whatever you did got Cerberus interested.
Asari. Human. I'm surrounded by primitives.
It's not safe here. Will you join us?
You fight the Reapers?
Yes.
Then we will see.
Not exactly the most committal of answers, I would have thought, but...
Prothean.
That's correct, Admiral. But he's not quite what we expected.
Commander, our scientists barely understand what they need to do here. If the Prothean can help us construct this device, we need his cooperation.
Understood, Admiral.
We're losing colonies faster than we can evacuate. We've never seen a force like the Reapers.
He has, Admiral.
Can he help us?
I intend to find out.
Good. Cerberus slipped up and gave us a new weapon. Don't let it go to waste. Hack it out.
Oh, we definitely need to go and have a chat with him.
Shepard, I need you down in the port cargo hold. It's about our new guest.
I'm on my way.
So the port cargo hold is where Grunt was in the second game.
What's the problem?
I've tried to make the room more accommodating, but they're not letting me talk to him.
Apologies, Doctor. Contact protocol with a new species. Assume hostility. We had to dust off the regulations.
Yeah, I suppose it's been a while. Being in the galactic community, they all seem to know each other.
But he's not new. I've spent my life studying Protheans.
At ease. I don't think our guest will be a problem. Will he?
That depends on you. I can sense fear in you, anxiety and distress. The Reapers are winning.
What do you mean, you sense?
All life provides clues for those who can read them. It is in your cells, your DNA. Experience is a biological marker.
Then what exactly did I experience back on Eden Prime? That was a hell of a flashback.
The battle left its own mark on me. I communicated this to you. It can work both ways.
Like your beacons.
Yes. Which... You found one. You saw it all. Our destruction, our warnings. Why weren't they heeded? Why didn't you prepare for the Reapers, human?
Not as easy
It's
as that.
Commander. And nobody could understand your warnings. The beacon nearly killed me.
Then communication is still primitive in this cycle.
We pieced together what we could, and used it to stop a Reaper invasion 3 years ago.
Then the extinction was delayed.
Now we have your plans for the device. We're going to build it.
Device?
The weapon your people were working on. I'd hoped you could tell us how to finish it.
We never finished it. It was too late.
Then I take it you don't know anything about the catalyst.
No. I was a soldier, not a scientist. Skilled in one art, killing.
What was your mission?
Among my people, there were avatars of many traits. Bravery, strength, cunning. A single exemplar for each.
Which are you?
The embodiment of vengeance. I am the anger of a dead people, demanding blood be spilled for the blood we lost. Only when the last Reaper has been destroyed will my purpose be fulfilled. I have no other reason to exist. Those who share my purpose become allies. Those who do not become casualties.
Then I'd say you found an ally. The goal of this ship is to wipe the Reapers from existence.
But how far are you willing to go to achieve that goal? Lies are easy to detect, but you seem to be telling the truth, Commander. For now.
We found this at the dig site. I assume it belongs to you.
It is a memory shard.
Could it help us with the device?
No, it contains only pain. But I will help you fight. And the last thing the Reapers hear before they die will be the last voice of the Protheans, sending them to their grave.
If you don't mind, I have a few more questions I'd like to ask.
Here it comes.
I've written over a dozen studies on your species. I've published in several journals that...
Amusing. Asari have finally mastered writing.
I'm sorry?
Never mind. What do you wish to know?
Yeah, I imagine the Asari was slightly different 50,000 years ago.
We've never seen a species with this sensory ability you have.
It was common among my people. imparting experience through touch, the chemistry of life. Complicated ideas could be absorbed in seconds.
That sounds very useful.
We evolved as hunters. Reading 1,000 details in our environment ensured our survival.
Beginning to understand the beacons a bit more.
Later, we developed technology to harness our ability. Information could be stored in certain objects through touch. Memory has its own biomarker, its own chemistry, as do knowledge and skills. The beacons could remember these things.
Things like Reaper invasions.
Yes, I can still sense the turmoil in you, witnessing the extinction of our empire. The fabric of your being was forever marked that day.
So, could you read something about this room?
There was liquid, a form of incubation. The DNA of a Krogan who lived here. He was powerful, prone to violence.
I'm impressed. His name was Grunt.
And if he were my enemy, I would have given him a wide berth. There is great strength in his genes.
Liara here would never forgive me if I didn't ask you. What was Prothean civilization like?
Yes, I've always wondered, what sort of government did you have, and can you tell me about your religious beliefs, or perhaps the...
We are dead now. What does it matter?
I'm sorry. Studying your history has been a lifelong passion of mine.
When I was born, our empire was already at war with the Reapers. The first thing I remember was seeing my planet on fire.
What was your civilization like before the Reaper attack?
We were the dominant race of our cycle. We ruled the galaxy.
My studies indicated you were the only race engaged in space travel at the time. I always found that curious.
We were one empire composed of many subjects. All eventually called themselves Prothean.
What if they didn't want to?
They weren't given a choice.
Are you saying you enslaved the other species?
Any could oppose us if they wished. And if they had won, they would have ruled. Many tried. None succeeded.
I had no idea Protheans were so... severe.
It was by necessity. Very early we encountered the dangers posed by machine intelligence. They rebelled against us.
We've had the same problem. They're called Geth.
We could not allow the machines to surpass us. It was decided the only way to win was to unite all organic life within our empire.
Did it work?
For a time. The Metacon War. We were turning the tide. Until the Reapers arrived. Then we understood machines had surpassed us long ago, in ways we could never imagine.
Back on Eden Prime, it looked like there were other stasis pods. What happened?
The Empire had fallen, and we knew our cycle was lost. We were the final vanguard, the best soldiers left alive.
So more of you were supposed to survive into this cycle?
Yes. Under my leadership, a new Prothean empire would have arisen. We would have commanded the races of your time to prepare for the next Reaper invasion. But traitors within our ranks, indoctrinated agents, betrayed us, and the Reapers discovered our plan.
Just out of curiosity, how would you have commanded us?
By leaving you no other option. You would have joined our army, or faced the Reapers alone.
We've uncovered quite a few Prothean ruins. Were you observing our ancestors?
Before the war, we cultivated species who showed potential. Eventually, you would have been offered a choice to join the Empire. But when the Reapers attacked, we ceased all study. We hoped they would see you as too primitive to harvest.
Well, thank you, I think.
Okay, that
Is
one.
there anything more you can tell us about this device your people were trying to build?
We heard only stories. They said our scientists were constructing a great machine that had the power to defeat the Reapers.
You never saw it?
By that point, the Empire was smashed into pieces. None of us knew what the others were doing.
Well, if we don't finish it soon, the same will be true of us.
What can you tell us about your own war with the Reapers?
Many of the details were lost. The conflict lasted for centuries. Those that faced the Reapers in the beginning were long dead when I was born. There were memory shards, however, passed down from soldier to soldier. They gave us fragments of what happened.
Several years ago, we found a Prothean VI that called itself Vigil on the planet Ilos. He was the caretaker of a research project.
During my life, Ilos was only a rumor. It was said we had cities there, built on the ruins of a civilization before us, the Inusanon. If our scientists did have a research facility, whatever they were doing was secret.
Yes, Vigil said they wiped all traces of themselves from the records so the Reapers couldn't find them.
The scientists eventually went into cryogenic stasis.
More of my people survived?
No. But they did stop the Reapers from taking control of the Citadel in this cycle. It delayed their invasion.
I never saw the Citadel. It was captured long before I was born.
Well, I'm sure we'll manage to find time to take you there.
How did your people wage war against the Reapers?
Attrition. We fought them system by system, planet by planet, city by city. Entire worlds were sacrificed just to slow the Reapers down. Time they spent harvesting a population was time we could regroup.
That must have cost you in the long run.
Yes. Our own people would be indoctrinated, converted, then turned against us. But there was no choice. Mercy is not a weapon. It is a weakness.
Why do you think your own cycle lost the war?
What had been our strength, our empire, became a liability. All races conformed to one doctrine, one strategy. The Reapers exploited this. Once they found our weaknesses, we could not adapt. The subservient races became divided and confused. Then, it was only a matter of time.
I'm happy to say our cycle is different. Most races cooperate, but they still remain unique.
Then it may be your only hope.
I think that's it.
How did your people wage war against the Reapers?
Oh yeah, we've done this one.
Entire
That must have cost you.
then turned against us.
Thank you for talking with me. I never imagined actually meeting a Prothean.
This has been amusing.
Oh?
To discover the most primitive races of my time now rule the galaxy. The Asari, the humans, the Turians.
There's also the Solarians.
The lizard people evolved.
I believe they're amphibian.
They used to eat flies.
Something tells me they probably still do.
Commander, you may count on me. I am known as Javik, though I still need time to recover. The shock has not worn off yet.
I understand. This must be a hell of an experience for you. We're just glad to have you aboard, Javik.
So hopefully now you kind of see what I mean about how having access to Javik is kind of changes the game a little. It's kind of crazy that he was behind DLC. So this is... Oh yeah, this is because we did the little side quest on there, which was gathering resources for the Resistance. They've managed to actually push them off Eden Prime, which is good. But yeah, so we're at the end of the episode now. The next one, I think, will probably be... we'll do Palaven in the next episode. I might do the N7 missions outside of the episodes. I just want to kind of try... I just want to try and keep the episodes kind of tight and focused on the storyline. I might do the old one or two, but yeah, I kind of want to avoid doing the side quest stuff. And as for things like Strike Abyssal, that is literally just going around flying and picking up resources. There's no need to really see that. If we're in a system and we happen to stumble across something during the course of an episode, fine, but yeah, I'm not going to go out of my way to show it. But yeah, oh, we got a level up as well, that's good. Let's just see what we actually get. Not sure on that one yet. I may end up coming back to it. But yeah, hope you've enjoyed that episode and you like our latest crew member, which is Javik. And yeah, I'll see you for the next episode where we head to the Turian homeworld and hopefully see that they're not getting an absolute stuffing. So if you want to follow me on Twitter, it's @JaceCurtis, and I will see you next time.